crimes compels the court to act decisively. And she said, going to some disturbing detail we heard with regards to how the children died with regards to this poisoning, and she said they suffered a long and painful death because they didn't die immediately. So she said life imprisonment on each of the counts was appropriate. So in count 1, count 2, count 3, count 4, these are the children. Count 1, count 2, count 3, count 4, she received life imprisonment. So 4 life terms imprisonment. Just bear in mind, she's in the early 20s rather. We understand that she's around 24 years old. All right, we're going to get much more reaction with regards to this story coming through from Middelburg. Spepile Kunene is a reporter on the ground, so we'll try to get to her to get some reaction with regards to this. Zintle Maditla receiving 4 life terms imprisonment for the murder of her 4 children. All right, let's go now to Parktown, Johannesburg for the resumption of the state capture inquiry. And on the stand is Kobus Roelofse, who is giving law enforcement related testimony.
Yes. Do you have any information about that? Ms. September?
We don't have any information at this stage.
Please obtain affidavits filed in that matter. Look at those affidavits. Let me know. I want to see them as well.
Will do, Chair.
Okay, all right.
If I may proceed. So it's correct to understand that in the context of everything, we now turn to page 64 of your affidavit, where you deal with General Ntlameza. Is it correct that on the 23rd?
Just to finalize the point relating to General Sithole. So the thrust of your evidence in relation to him is that after he had been appointed National Commissioner, this issue of the request for disclassification was brought to his attention. He became aware of it. From what you understand, he seemed to have undertaken to apply his mind to it. But the fact of the matter is, up to now, there has been no declassification.
That is so, Chair. In paragraph 220 of my affidavit, I also referred to Brigadier van Graan, who prepared yet again another memorandum, which was then given to General Sithole.
Yes.
So he was aware.
Yes. I wonder whether when the National Commissioner of Police or different National Commissioners of Police fail to assist, or when you are unhappy with the fact that the National Commissioner of Police is not assisting in a particular matter, whether you shouldn't, there should not have been an approach to the minister or different ministers. Is that something that was not thought, or is that something that this kind of thing would not go to the minister?
Chair, I haven't thought of that. I thought that I would be able to deal with it within the structures of the South African Police Service.
Yes, yes.
Or for that matter within IPID or in Parliament, but I didn't.
Yes, yes.
I didn't see the point, so, but I didn't even think of that.
Yes, well, it might be one of the avenues open, but the Commission will be applying its mind as well, because there have been different national commissioners or acting national commissioners, and it would be different if they say, we want to classify, here are the reasons, and then you apply your mind to the reasons and you agree or disagree. So, okay, all right.
Mr. Roelofse, is it correct that on the 23rd of December 2014, General Dramat was relieved of his duties by Minister Nhleko, and General Ntlameza was then appointed to act in his place on or about that same date?
That is correct, Chair.
What was one of the first things that General Ntlhameza did, as far as you are aware, and in your experience?
Chair, he visited two provinces, KwaZulu-Natal, as well as the Western Cape province. I can't remember which one he visited first. Can't remember exactly that sequence. And I know it was either very late in 2014 or very early in 2015. And he called a meeting. He didn't see the provincial commander, as far as I know. He called a meeting specifically with the ACTT, the Anti-Corruption Task Team, and he met with us on that specific day. During the meeting, General Ntlhameza addressed us, and what was concerning to me during that meeting is that he informed the meeting, and that includes now junior officers as well. He informed them that at the meeting, the effect that if anyone wanted to challenge anyone, if they wanted to challenge his decisions, he would suspend them, and if they wanted to take him on, and that is now to court, he would get his SC to fight their SC, in other words, that officials, until that person ran out of funds. He went further to say that even if that person was successfully challenging his decision, he would in any event transfer the person out of the DPCI. Now, to me, that was, I was taken aback by that comment. I mean, that's the first time that he, as the acting head of the DPCI, came to speak to anyone, and especially in the Western Cape, and that is what he said. I didn't know why he wanted to say that, didn't know what prompted it, but what it did is it created that climate within the DPCI that you will do what I say, or you're going to get, you'll be transferred, or I will suspend you. And the question about the SC, his counsel, he was referring to state funds. He will appoint counsel on state funds to fight you with your pension, with your money. It was, it didn't go down well. And I don't know if he understands the seriousness of what he has said at the time.
Kobus Roelofse on the stand. We'll come back there to that commission as soon as we can. But I want to get you the very latest on our breaking news.